This is the Retirement Key Podcast with Abe Abish, founder of Abish Financial Services.
A lot of firms out there say they will do tax planning, say they will do Social Security planning and RMD planning, and typically they just do investment management. They want your money.
You've worked hard your whole life to earn and save. Now you need a plan to make that money work hard for you.
Where do you stand today with your retirement accounts, with your insurance, with Social Security, RMDs, taxes, all of it? This is how we need to think. We need to think outside of the box on these matters.
Abe is here to help you unlock the keys to your retirement.
'Tis the season for summer travels. And where did you guys go this past week? You said you were on the road with your brother-in-law and father-in-law?
That's right. Celebrating my father-in-law's 70th birthday in Western Pennsylvania. And it was just a nice getaway. They live about an hour east of Pittsburgh. So a little bit cooler up there in the mountains. And it was a great time away for the weekend.
Hey, speaking of mountains, did you do any mountain walking as you get ready for the... Have we talked about this on the air yet? The big mountain climbing excursion you're prepping for?
We have not. Well, for some silly reason, Heather, I signed up for this endurance event in August. And long story short, the concept is you have 36 hours to climb the equivalent of Mount Everest, 29,029 feet here in the United States. And so this company will rent out a mountain in, Idaho, Vermont, Utah, Whistler. The one I'm climbing is in Utah in late August. And 36 hours to climb the equivalent of Mount Everest in terms of feet. So yes, I was out and about several times over the weekend getting some workouts in and trying to do my best to get ready for this crazy thing I just signed up for.
Hats off to you, Abe. I have no words. I literally cannot imagine trying to prepare for something like this.
I love challenges, and this should be a pretty big one.
It's actually kind of interesting. I'm glad that you like challenges and the idea of preparing for something. It makes sense that it falls right in line with the work that you do there at Abish Financial Services, though, doesn't it?
That's right. Retirement planning is a lot like climbing a mountain. You have your ascent and descent, and most of our clients are at the top of their ascent, the top of their own retirement mountains, getting ready to climb down and getting ready to descend down. And the type of planning that we need to do for the descent is so much different than pedal to the metal accumulation on the ascent.
Right. Well, thinking about how to prepare for those years when we finally get to leave the 9-to-5 behind and then spending down that money is, of course, it's a lot for any of us to consider. And for some, they even try to get a jump on it. They think about early retirement. It's a big dream for so many Americans, the chance to get to this great place of life a little bit sooner. Although it does come with risks, as an article from CNBC said that the earlier you retire, the greater the risks may be. So that's what I wanted to start the conversation off with today, Abe, was about thinking about what it is that you consider when it comes to figuring out a person you're working with in your office there and their money are really ready to do this thing, to do retirement. How do you figure that out?
Yeah, with so much uncertainty in the world right now, Heather, there's a lot of uncertainty, but your financial future, your retirement plan does not have to be one of them. You can take control and take action. And that's what we recommend. So in terms of can someone retire? The basics, the first thing you want to start with is crunching the numbers to determine if your income is greater than your expenses. It's quite simple. So we need to get a really good grasp on your budget if you have one, what you are spending. We want a firm number if possible, whether it's $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month that you need coming in net into your bank account. Do we have enough income coming in from all of your resources? Pensions if you have one, Social Security checks, annuities, stock dividends, rental income, whatever type of income you have, we throw that into a comprehensive plan so you can see exactly where you're headed. It doesn't tell us what we're going to run into, but it tells us where we're headed. And if your income, number one, exceeds your expenses, and two, is it going to keep up with inflation? From there, we get into a lot deeper planning in terms of risk, in terms of taxation, and ways that we can try to help mitigate and lower tax and risk as we head down our retirement mountains. So these are really important things that we want to have prepared. Once you have a plan prepared, you get a lot more clarity, right? You have a lot more clarity about where you're headed, how you've done, how close or far are you to retiring, and if you're here, what do things look like as we descend down the mountain? What risk are we going to face in phase 2 as we descend down this mountain that we never faced in phase 1 when we were 40 years old, 45, and 50? We just had a couple call into the show and then come into our office for a complimentary second opinion. They're in their late 60s. They are retiring this year, Heather. They have a little under $1 million saved.
Okay.
They live in Alexandria, Virginia, right next door to Arlington. And they are a 5 on our risk scale. So middle of the road, moderate investors, not too hot, not too cold.
Right.
Their issue and their main problem was they had no plan, no roadmap. They had no idea where they were headed, even though they knew they already had pensions, Social Security checks, and about $1 million saved. Other than that, no plan for the future.
Got it.
So TSP, 401k, the wife has worked for the government for a long time, the husband for a private company, no idea what to do, how to invest from here on out for their phase 2, for their descent down the mountain. No idea how to create income from the $1 million or close to $1 million that they saved because they want to spend it and enjoy it in these go-go years, these next 10 years. And then, of course, like almost everybody we meet with, they're concerned and worried with what's going on in the markets. Okay.
Yeah.
So what was the solution for them? We built out a comprehensive retirement income plan. And you may not believe it, but more than 9 out of 10 people that walk into our office, Heather, have never had an income plan put together because, again, in phase 1, when you're focused on saving enough money and investing and taking on risk and getting the match and maxing out your 401ks and TSPs, you're not thinking about retirement income.
Right.
You're thinking about trying to get to $1 million, to $2 million, or $3 million, or whatever that goal is that you have set out for yourself. So we set up a comprehensive retirement income plan. This does show where they are headed. It also shows what challenges they're going to face. How much risk are you taking? How much are you paying in fees? What do taxes look like? For the first time in your lives, we are pulling money out of our TSPs and 401ks instead of putting money in. It takes into account really everything. It's a comprehensive, holistic plan. We also discussed with them, Heather, our market loss recovery program. Our market loss recovery program is pretty unique because it can help people to recoup sometimes even all of their market losses that they've incurred year to date. Now, for this couple, we helped them to recoup some of those market losses. So if you sound like this couple and you're about to retire this year, maybe in the next couple of years, or already retired, you feel like you've done a good enough job for retirement, but you don't have a plan. You don't truly know if you're going to be okay. That's where this complimentary second opinion can come into play. You get that complimentary from us and you can truly see where you stand. That does also include, Heather, our market loss recovery program. We want to see if we can help you to recoup maybe some or even all of your market losses year to date, depending on how much those are.
All right, so let's go to the basic of what you were just talking about, Abe, the idea of folks coming to sit with you in the office and a question about that. What is it people want when they sit down with a retirement planner? Because according to a new survey, there are 3 things: income planning, an understanding of how much they can safely spend, and an advisor who is knowledgeable. So does this sound like the average person, their desires, who comes in, what they're looking for? And are there things missing from this list?
Absolutely, Heather. No, not really too much missing from the list. Look, you can navigate this ever-changing market by yourself, or rest assured that we're here to help you so you don't have to do this on your own. One of the main things that most people look for when they're seeking out financial advice, a retirement planner, if you will, is a retirement income plan. That was the service that was most desired by both older and younger consumers. 71% of people, that is what they are looking for in a comprehensive retirement plan. Extremely important. This is the first thing that we give to our prospective clients as they are looking at a comprehensive holistic plan because they are about to descend down their retirement mountain. How much can they safely spend in retirement? What accounts to draw from? What percentages of my accounts should I take out? The survey also showed that almost 30% listed knowledge as the attribute that's most important to them when they're picking a financial advisor. In other words, consumers, middle Americans desperately need sound fiduciary financial education that's not biased, that can help someone make great decisions. That's really what our mission is as a company, Heather, is to provide sound financial education in such a way, for a lot of people it's complex, right? To really keep things simple, allows them to make great financial decisions. So we had a couple just call into the show. They live in Frederick, Maryland. They are in their mid-60s. They are retired. They just retired.
Okay.
$1.2 million saved, great amount of savings and great job of saving. They spend very little as well, so it's great for them. They're a 4 on our risk scale, so a little conservative. What was their problem? Like most people, again, no plan. They've been working with a big box firm. They are not getting the attention or care they deserve and need from this big box firm. They are concerned with taxes, inflation, and income. So what was the solution for them, Heather? A comprehensive income plan addressing income first and foremost, inflation, then taxes and risk. We also talked to them about our market loss recovery program. What is that again? It is a program where sometimes we can help people to recoup some or all of their market losses year to date here in 2022. It depends on how much you've lost. Most people have lost somewhere between 8% and maybe 25% this year. If you've lost 8, 10, 12, 15%, we might be able to help you recoup a good bit of those losses. Probably not all, but some of them. And anything can help. So we start moving forward, right? And recoup some of these losses. So if you're listening right now, you sounded like a little bit like this couple from Frederick, Maryland. You're looking for a plan. We call that our Where Do I Stand plan. Where do you stand today in terms of your retirement? Are you there? Have you done a good enough job? What are all the risks we need to look out for in retirement? A complimentary second opinion to include our market loss recovery review. We want to offer that same program and complimentary second opinion to you as well. If you're 55 years old and older, just go to retirementkeyradio.com, click on the Contact Us tab at the top of the page, and we can start the same conversation with you as well.
Thanks for listening to the Retirement Key Podcast with Abe Abish. To learn more about Abish Financial Services, visit retirementkeyradio.com and join Abe for his radio show, The Retirement Key, Saturdays at 2 p.m. on WMAL.
Financial professionals are not licensed in all 50 states. To find out if Abraham Abish is licensed in your state, please call 571-577-9968. Abish Financial Services is not affiliated with nor endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any other government agency and does not provide legal or tax advice. Annuity guarantees rely solely on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the issuing insurance company. By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance and annuity products offered through Abraham Abish, NPM number 770-3575.